Good morning, children. In this session, we'll learn about the digestive system, human digestive system. The food we eat contain only simple substances like vitamins and minerals, but also there are some complex substances such as carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. So, the body cannot absorb the complex substances easily unless they are converted into the simpler substances. So there are 5 stages in the nutritive process. So that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. So ingestion is nothing but the intake of your food is called as ingestion. Then digestion, as I said already, since your body, the digestive system will be struggling for digesting the complex substances, it should be broken down into the simpler ones. So the process of breaking down of complex substances into the simpler ones is called as digestions. Then absorptions. So here they have given you the complex substances are carbohydrates, proteins and fats. So these complex substances are breaking down into the soluble ones like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids and glycerols. These are the simpler substances. Then absorptions. So when your digested food or absorbed by your body organs is called as absorptions, which is used for their uh, energy, which is used for their function. Okay. Then assimilation. So assimilation in the sense they absorb nutrients with the body, you are absorbing the nutrients and it is transported to other parts of the body for their function, and that is called as assimilation. Then egestion, the undigested foods are removed in the form of waste, and that is called as egestion. So the parts of the body concerned with the digestion of food in the form of digestive system. So your digestive system consists of two sets of organs. The one set is alimentary canal. The alimentary canal is also called as digestive tract or the gastrointestinal tract. Then digestive glands. So these are the glands working under your digestive system, that is salivary glands, gastric glands, pancreas, liver and intestinal glands. So we'll see the structure of alimentary canal. So the alimentary canal is a muscular coiled and tubular structure which is starting from your mouth and ending in the anus. So these are the parts coming under your digestive system, that is your alimentary canal, that is mouth, buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine. It consists of duodenum, jejunum and ileum, and the large intestine it consists of cecum, colon and rectum and also the anus. Then we'll start with the mouth. Okay, we'll see each part separately. So here the mouth is leading into the buccal cavity. So buccal cavity is the empty space. When you open your mouth, you could see an empty space inside your mouth. So this space is called as buccal cavity. The empty space is called as buccal cavity. This is called as buccal cavity. The oral cavity is called as buccal cavity. Also, it is bounded by two movable lips, that is upper and lower lips. The mouth consists of two lips which is movable and muscular one. Okay, so the buccal cavity is the large space bounded above the palate. So palate is nothing but which is separating your windpipe and food pipe. Okay, the palate is nothing but this is called palate and the empty space is called buccal cavity, and it is separating your which is separating your windpipe and food pipe. Okay, so there are two jaws in our mouth, but each jaws contains the teeth, that is this is each jaws, this one kind of jaw and this is another jaw, and each jaw bears the teeth. Then our next topic is teeth. So we know the teeth are the hardest ones which is used for cutting, grinding, holding and crushing the food, right? So in human beings, there are two sets of teeth. The two sets of teeth are called as dipiodont. This is otherwise called as dipiodont. The two sets of teeth is called as dipiodont. Okay. So the first appearing 20 sets of teeth is called as milk teeth or temporary teeth. When we become, when we are at the older age, the youngest age, we could have a 20 sets of teeth, and that is called as milk teeth or temporary teeth. So then the teeth will started falling off, right? So after the second set of teeth is called as permanent teeth, that is 32 teeth. That teeth is called as permanent teeth. So each jaw bears 16 teeth. Okay. So the root which is fitting into the gum is called as theocodont. Then the permanent teeth are of four types. That is, the four is called as heterodont. The two sets is called as dipiodont, and the four set is called as heterodont. That is incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. These are the four types of teeth: incisors, canine, premolar, and molar. Then the incisor, there are 8 number of teeth. Incisor, these are the incisor teeth, and this is canine, and this is premolars, and the last two teeth are called as molars. So there are 8 incisor teeth. The incisor teeth are used for cutting and biting. Okay. Then canines, there are 4 canines. Each jaw bears 4 canines, that is used for tearing and piercing. Then premolars, there are 8 premolars which is used for crushing and grinding. Okay, there are 12 molar teeth which is used for crushing, grinding, and mastication. Mastication is nothing but chewing. Then we'll see the dental formula. So here the dental formula represents the number of different types of teeth present in each half of a jaw, that is upper and lower jaw. Okay, the types of teeth are here denoted as we know already: incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Okay, so here they have represented a dental formula. The milk teeth in each half of upper and lower jaw. Okay, for the first 20 sets. Okay, upper jaw we could have 2, 1, 2. Okay, 2, 1, 2. In lower jaw also the 2, 1, 2. So we could get 10. Totally we could get 10 into 2 jaws, right? 2 jaws, totally 20 teeth. For permanent teeth in each half of upper and lower jaw, 2, 1, 2, 3. Also in the lower jaw, 2, 1, 2, 3. Totally 16 teeth into how many jaws we have? 2 jaws. So 16 into 2 is equal to totally 32 teeth. Okay, have you all understood? Then the next one is salivary glands. So there are 3 pairs of salivary glands present in the mouth cavity. Okay, they are parotid gland, sublingual gland, submaxillary or submandibular glands. Okay, so the parotid glands, these are the largest salivary glands. Parotid glands is the largest salivary glands which lies in the cheek in front of the ears. These are the parotid glands which lies in the cheek in front of your ears. Okay. And the next one is sublingual glands. These are the smallest glands and it is lie beneath the tongue. This is the sublingual glands. When you raise your tongue, your sublingual gland is located there. Then submaxillary or submandibular glands, it is located at the angles of the lower jaw. The jaw which is bending now, it is located there. Then the salivary gland is secreting a fluid called saliva, we know. So approximately it is secreting 1.5 liters per day. So it is used for the digesting starch by the action of the enzyme ptyalin. Amylase enzyme is used for the digestion of starch, which is converting starch into maltose. It also contains an antibacterial enzyme that is called as lysozyme. Thank you, children.